Okay, so welcome you guys in a small lecture, small session of importance of research in residency. Let me just introduce a little bit about myself and the company. My name is Urvish Patel and I'm Chief Education Officer and co-founder of Research Update Organization. It is educational institute we founded to promote health and especially the application of clinical research so that we can enrich the community health. So it's a sole organization which is focusing on clinical research and its application. We are located in New Jersey, and our main founding principle is clinical research education and training for international medical graduate, number one, for residents and fellow, number two, and faculty members, number three. We also provide clinical research consultation and support to the institutes who require statistic related support in absence of their biostatisticians. And we also utilize our clinical research skill for evidence-based public health awareness. I'll cover a little bit how we are doing it. So this session will be very brief, like 15-20 minutes. Let me give you a little bit of introduction of all the people, what we are doing it, and then whatever question you are going to have it, we are going to take one by one. Okay. So basically, why clinical research is important for medical students and international medical graduate. We'll talk about fellowship too, but most important thing, why it is required for international medical graduate. Now we are going to have from next match season onwards, step one in the pass or fail category. So only CK score will be there, which is like quantifiable thing. So two things are there. We know about quantifiable thing and qualifiable thing. So quality of the work and quantity of the work. So if I talk about scores, those are quantifiable. You can literally put it and differentiate the people, right? The letter of recommendation, US clinical experience, or those other aspects are not quantifiable. You cannot count until unless the performance is not given to you. But even the performance is again the issue, because some of the institutes are having liberal way of grading your externship or internship if you're American medical graduate. But otherwise, there is no standard way that someone can quantify the performance, right? And second thing is the CS is replaced with the OET. I was assuming that the people who gave OET ultimately will be sitting for CS for next year, and they will be having difficulty to match this year. But fortunately, we have three candidates who did not give CS exam and moment CK and OET, and they get match. So that's a great thing. So OET is now the new standard. At least the uh, something else is not coming out to replace it. And step three, many of the people are applying when they're in first year of application. They don't have step three. So only CK is the place where you can quantify the performance from one person to another one thing. Number two is clinical research experience and letter of recommendation. Very crucial, very important. But after 6 months or 7 months of US clinical experience, your resources in terms of living expense, feasibility, visa travel, COVID issues, all those resources will become exhausted, right? So that is most important thing after step one, step two, step three, and US clinical experience. You need something else to keep the ball rolling. The people who's applying first time, probably they are having a very great chance that you are having steps ready. Probably you can improve your CV by US clinical experience. Probably you can improve your CV by step three. But once you are done with the exam, once you have applied, once your step three is done, letter of recommendation, clinical experience, everything is done, then what else? Right. So usually when we are dealing with the application, three things we focus more. Score, number one, which is in your hand. But once you are having score, you cannot alter the score. Number two, visa needed, not needed category. Definitely, it's a huge deal whether you require visa or not. That's a huge deal. Okay. But that is something you cannot change like right away in a fraction of moment. And the third one is contact. Now you make your contact through some of the family members, some of the resident fellow faculty, or you prepare yourself for the research related contact, like you are networking in conferences, you are doing something else, you're doing rotation and making contacts. So ultimately contact is all other form. People are doing masters of public health or clinical research, or attending conferences for contact, or writing good letter of recommendation, so the recommendation writer can indirectly contacting on behalf of you to the program director that this guy is a good person, right? So basically a word of mouth is the most important deal, which is the third most important factor of the triangle. Okay, that's what I believe. And there are multiple factors, but these are the main factors. So if you are having scores, bad scores or red flag, still you have two more domain on which you can work on it, and we will talk about all three domains soon. So the other options to improve residency application is you can do MPH, Masters of Public Health, or Masters of Clinical Research, or even if you're a citizen then do nursing school. We have one student in 2019 match with the nursing school. We also have this year one more student with the nursing school application. Last year two people with MPH also match in our group. So people match with these things, but it require 1 or 2 year or 3 year of commitment and monetary support, right? So these are some of the things which you can work on that. Besides that, to make contact, as I mentioned, that most important, easy, and I can say the short-term option is um, publication, research experience, research education, anything related to the research work can help you to create your contact. Now, research can be done actually two ways. One, you can do it in a sophisticated university, big shot universities where you will be getting J1 research or J1 clinical, or sorry, J1 research or B1, B2, any visa you will be going there, collecting the data, spend 6 years to 1 year with them, get great letter of recommendation. If you are having interview, that letter of recommendation will be very useful, very useful. But that will help to fulfill that my era's applications section, US research experience as well. But the only problem is that the 6 month or 1 year of commitment to that program, the public, you are collecting the data for a long hectic hours, so you don't know whether that's a QI study, quality improvement study, or a part of clinical trial. So it will be a prospective study, will go up to 3 years to 5 years collection of the data, and then someday they will be publishing. Your name may be there, your name may not be there. So letter of recommendation, you're going to get it, great letter of recommendation, but publication will be, again, the section will be probably empty, because you cannot publish in that shorter duration of time when you are collecting the data by yourself. So basically, let's talk about the importance, why publication is also important with the US research experience. So we are having statistic. This year of statistic is not out, but this is 2019 applicants who match in 2020. This their statistic. So most of the facts. Here it's a publication, mean number of publication comparison between US IMGs and non-US IMGs. Okay, in internal medicine, average is 5, family medicine 2.9, neurology 10 publication, pediatric 4.3, psychiatry 5.5, and pathology 10. So these are the people who match. It's their comparison compared to the people who match in US IMG. They require average 2 to 3 publication lesser than the people who's having non-US IMG category. So on an average, every specialty need between 2, 3 to 7 publication. Every specialty require that one. Now, basically, when we talk about the importance of research, let's say you are doing research for now just to get into residency, but that research, it will be on your CV, on your Google Scholar account forever. Means, let's say you match, you are going to throw all your US clinical experience in garbage. You're not going to keep it in your CV, right? So it is a kind of one-time investment. You did it, you utilize it, and now you're not going to utilize it in your CV anymore once you match. Compared to that, the clinical research is a great deal, because once the publication is out, it will be on your Google Scholar, it will be on your ResearchGate. it will be once and for all there. So you are not going to lose that, whether you become resident, then fellow, then faculty, even tomorrow maybe some of you become chairman of your program, right? Still that publication, that Google Scholar will be there for forever, those publications. So that's like a long term investment you're putting in clinical research, when I talk about that. And why community program like research versus why university program, right, like research, both are the different aspect. Community program love research. Let me tell you again, community program love research only if you have skill, full skill, to extract the data from electronic health record. You prepare your analysis part, you have the study, little bit of idea about the study design, you prepare the abstract. Because community program is also having academic faculties who is going for their promotion or their scholarly activity, or they are also going for attending conferences. You will be having budget, research budget dedicated, resident development fund, even in community program, even in university program. The only difference between community program and university program is the community program will be having data and everything, resources to work on it, even funding, but they don't have statisticians and dedicated biostat department or epidemiology department to help you. Compared to that, university program is having not only data, but also all that sophisticated thing to support their resident and fellow while they're doing any research. But research is same in university program and community program if you have the knowledge of research. And of course, one research project or presentation is must by ACGME to graduate from residency program. So usually people are writing case report and literature review in order to clear that phase. But why not, if you are having funding of $2,000-3,000 over a period of residency and $6,000-7,000 over a period of fellowship, why not to utilize that, right? And if you are planning to not only match in residency, but also wish to go for gastroenterology, cardiology, pulmonary critical care, hemato-oncology, pain medicine, those competitive branch, then all this publication research will be helpful, not only right now, but even after that. In our current batch also, we are having student above 230 and 240 in training program, who are residency applicant, who join our team for residency prep, but they didn't join internal medicine group, they joined cardiology batch, they joined gastroenterology batch, because they are very sure that they are going to match anywhere, but they want to match somewhere where there is in service fellowship. So basically you are not going to compete after fellow residency with all other fellows. You are competing in a small group of fellow residents in your own community program or in your own residency program. So they all wants to match there in those programs. And not only that, once they match, and if they match on H visa, they will be working on their national interest waiver or extraordinary physician EB1 category to get their green card out, so they don't have to worry about all those hassle of visa and stamping and all those things. Those are additional perk. But whether it's a community program or whether it's a university program, research will be useful at all different level if you know how to do that. We are not telling you to make sure that learn everything about biostatistic. No, basic things so that you can train or guide your statistician so that he can do the work successfully and you can interpret their result. That is the simple thing, which is the primary goal of any of this course which you are going to see soon. How we can help, as I mentioned, that we are giving the training for clinical research education and hands-on projects on national CDC or any of this database and meta-analysis and systematic review. So you will be having not only knowledge of research, but dedicated projects you will be having it, which you are going to work with the mentors, which you are going to submit in the conferences, publish in the manuscript form in the journals. So we will be teaching you not only education, but also hands-on real project and how to publish it, all three domain together. So it's going to be very complex method. We are going to make sure it will be narrowed down to the very simple way. Plus on top of that, we will provide you all necessary resources in a way that you can complete your research on time within 6 month of period of span with the maximum efficiency. You don't have to worry about data will be collected for on behalf of you. Data usage agreement is done by on behalf of you. Analytical tools, citation tools, softwares, everything will be available in your Google Classroom, so that you can simply go and start your education there. And we will tailor the whole process in terms of your research interest. Let's say if someone is in cardiology interest, someone is in medicine, psychiatry, neurology, hemato-oncology, surgery, we will try our best to tailor the project according to that way. So I'll cover the membership section, I'll cover the publication section, how different subspecialty will have different subsections to complete. Okay, so those are the things we are going to provide for you, and we are also going to make sure that successfully you can tailor your thoughts or your idea into successful publication process. So usually in each team we are having 12 members. Out of 12, 7 are international medical graduate. Eighth one is someone who is applying for residency but having MD, MPH, or MSc, a dual degree. So he or she will be a research assistant to expedite the process, to complete the process in case if you are having let's say exam, job, step 3, CK, anything. We don't want to delay our goal. Okay, so that's 8 people, 2 resident and fellow, and 2 faculty members. So that's how the team will be completed. And usually the programs which we are providing, they are like 3 type of program. Clinical research training program, where it's a 6 month of certification from New Jersey State Board, as well as the with that you will be having 4 different type of project. Now we don't want you will be only writing case report or only review article. Okay, that's not going to have any value if you are not having a single observational study. The people who is located in India, they are doing this ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research short-term studentship program. Excellent program. That is a real deal actually. So we at least want you to do one observational retrospective or cross-sectional study where you are dealing with actual patients, actual patient data. You are dealing with actual clinical research analysis, right? So original in this 6 month of batch, we are going to have 3 original studies. Out of 3, 2 will be actual CDC or national data, and the third will be meta-analysis, systematic review. You will be attending 3 different conferences according to your specialty of choice, and we will be training you for 1 literature review, but then you can publish as many as you wish, and then we will be with you to make sure those publication will be out on time. As a part of the conference submission, we are having specialty specific conference, like people with medicine go to American Heart Association, Society of General Internal Medicine, American Medical Association, where they can meet program directors of that specialty. Exactly same way neurology has different 3 conferences, psychiatry has different conferences. All the conferences list are available on our website. And similarly, the publication, we are having major publication house targeted, which is Elsevier, Springer Nature, MDPI, Willis, Curious. But whatever publication house it is, those all are PubMed Index, Scopus Index, or Google Scholar Index. So everything will be out on your Google Scholar, yes or yes. So no matter what, it's not going to be the shady publication, because probably you think about your residency application, but majority all of us are thinking about the dealing with the fellows and faculty and their prestige. So we want to make sure the publication has highest amount of the values. Okay, and also you will be having certificate of completion and all other perks which you will be having during those 6 months of training program. Ultimately you are going to have 7 publication out of it. And the clinical research mentor mentee program, it's the same like training program. Exception is that you will be also working with 2 more two during this 6 month you will be working with 1 attending, and the attending will be evaluating and giving you specialty specific remote research assistant 6 month of letter of recommendation too. So that is the mentor mentee program. And the third one is fast track program, which is approximately 10 week, ideally between 2 to 3 months, but in 10 week we try to complete that. That is going to have only one study, but that will be original study, and you will be working on the original studies data and analysis and everything. Only the difference will be you will be doing hands-on project, but there will not be hands-on activity session. I'm going to quickly cover those aspects too. um, so basically what we are planning here, that after we teach you this education, clinical research education, after that you will be doing your project. After that you are submitting in the conferences. We want you to market your CV. We want you to market your CV in that community who love to see the clinical research. Okay, so it's a huge community out there. Now how you are going to market your CV? Attending conferences, LinkedIn, your Google Scholar, your Orchid ID, and just advertisement on social media. So there are multiple ways. We are going to cover all different way of marketing your CV. And plus, we are having 136 students. Students means IMGs, residents, and fellow who match at different level, different program. Then they also can assist you to increase the chances of getting match or increase the chances of rank order list. Those are all additional perk which many people applying for residency care, but I don't care much, because once you are having your strong CV, automatically people are getting anyway interviews. So those are the some benefit of the clinical research training program we are discussing here. Now, quickly, I'm going to share my screen with the coursework, because many people are having a problem and concern how we are going to take care of all these things in 6 months. So here you are going to have, if you see, um, we are having education and skill learning session, and we are having hands-on sessions, right? So these are the Saturday session you will be taking with the all 35-40 students together, and that is month to month, month one, month two, three. So month one will be fundamentals of clinical research, fundamentals of observational study, fundamental of systematic review, meta-analysis. So that's how we have divided this all the months. Month 5 is quality improvement. This is the favorite month for residents and fellows. Quality improvement studies, case report, literature reviews, survey studies, clinical trials. And month 6, we are completely focusing on your CV, IV prep, Q&A, your marketing through Google Scholar or through conferences, or your how to write the CV, not personal statement, okay, just CV. How to write CV, how to deal with the interviews in the residency or fellowship application process. Whenever you are having whatever interview, the interviews will be on your personal level of questions, there will be clinical level of question, there will be research level of question. So we try to make sure how you can drag your interviews towards your research skill, and let people engage for a multiple minutes or a longer period of time, so that you can discuss more about research basically. Now, besides that, in hands-on session, you will be having, let's say today you learn hypothesis generation, then the project one which you will be having, you will be making all projects hypothesis next day. So the another week you are doing that, how you are going to work on the data, then you are going to understand your data. If today you learn about the SPSS basic, then you are going to analyze your own data with the team of instructor and everything. So every project, every single lectures is designed in a way so someone don't have to do masters of science clinical research or masters of public health. All our attendings and teaching faculties will have, or I can say must have, MD, MPH, or MSCR experience, number one. And number two, drastic amount of publication experience by themselves. And on Google Scholar, you can all the track their successes. So those are all our instructor will be. Majority of your educational activity I'm going to take, and hands-on activities, small 10 people's or 12 people's batch of your IMG resident fellow faculty, that is been taken by different faculty members or different people, either residents or whomever, but they they must have a decent amount of publication experience. And these are the assignment, few assignment will be given, where and the reference material, so that you don't have to go out and find out all those things. You can get it everything in the classroom. And ultimately you will be going for annual research day, and once the your presentation is done, we will provide you the certification thing. So it's a whole process. Number one, clinical research education. Number two, four hands-on projects which you are going to publish in the journal and present in the conferences. Number three, full service where you are going to learn how to market your CV in conference and in different platform, in terms of making sure your CV should have proper section covered in research point of view. Start with membership. We tailor your membership from a day one. Number two, US research experience section. Number three, publication section. Number four, achievement section. So when you are with us, even though you have other mentors, we will be dealing with them. We will be making sure this four section of our student, we are going to take care of that, and then they are going to modify the thing. But these are the thing which you will be dealing when you are with us. And you will be registered as remote research assistant with whatever specialty faculty you are in. On top of that, the commitment, it looks like a lot of commitment, but the all classes will be of 1.5 hour to 2 hour classes on Saturday and any other weekday or weekend. So total 4 hour of dedicated commitment is something which we require from you. All sessions are being recorded. So basically, let's say if you miss being a resident or fellow, you miss something, and you would like to just cover everything again, this is a lifetime access. You will be having it. So you don't have to worry about, you can revise multiple time whatever you wanted. So that's kind of Google Classroom you will be added. And once you are in the classroom, in the classwork, you will be having all the orientation and your schedule, educational activity, their links, hands-on activity, their links, projects, everything, analytical tool, every single thing you require in order to success for either residency application or fellowship application, you will be having it here. Okay. The most important perk which I was talking about, that if you are a resident fellow or faculty, then you are going to cover partial expenses all 3 years. So complete expense of the clinical research training program through your GME. So we are going to provide the bill to you, so you can reimburse that bill under that category of the GME education. And let me just share a little bit the website info, so you will be having easy access. People are having sometimes difficulty um, in following the website. So this is the website. Once you, oh, I'm not sure you are, okay, here it is. Okay, this is the website. Open it in the laptop and compare the courses, compare the whatever the services we are providing it to you. And if you have any question, I'm here, as well as our team will help you to figure out whatever concern you are having it. And the people who presented this year, last year, their presentations are here, so you can go through the presentation work. The people who published their article, their publications are here. So each publication is there. So simply you can tap on that one, and you will be having your um, the the idea about where did it publish, everything detail, every single detail you require of previously published articles in are in process. All those things are here. And of course, we are trying to develop the testimonial section as soon as possible with the people who match, but probably in a day or two it will be ready. And every instructors or whomever is there, their profile will be here also through uh, Google Scholar, through LinkedIn. All of our profiles are there. So you will see that everyone, whomever is teaching in this program, every assistant, and will be having drastic amount of experience of research. On top of that, you guys will be preparing same thing for you. So these are the this some of these students who match previously with us, and they are having some of the profile ready. So this profile, you can even look into that. And students profile, if you want to go, even you go to testimonials, and there you're going to get all the students detail and their projects, first author project or main author, leading author project, or any project. The details are here. So this is how you're going to explore the website. Yep. Any question, guys? We can start taking one by one all the questions, so that majority of you will have. Yes, all the participation will be virtually. You don't have to be here. Even before 2019, 2020, the course was virtual. Right now also it's virtual, but now we are expanding the capacity of the course so that we can have multiple people covered in that. Probably 5 to 6 hours of commitment is more than sufficient, but again, it is recorded. So if you're busy in step 3, step 2, step 1, you can come back again and watch that session again. How much research is important in family medicine? We have data of NRMP, mean publication is 3 to 4, but this year who matched 2 to 3 girls match in family medicine requiring visa. They got their few of the interview by attending American Academy of Family Medicine conference only. So they went with their publication, they presented there, they meet to program director, chief resident, and secure their interviews. So for contact, yes, it is very important. And for anywhere, as I mentioned, after family medicine, pain medicine, sports medicine, geriatric medicine, substance abuse medicine, sometimes you can do it. Many fellowships you can do it. And sports medicine require drastic amount of research after family medicine residency. So research is research. Everywhere you will be requiring it. Okay. Questions, guys? You can unmute yourself one by one and ask the question. Did we require any prior knowledge? No, we don't require any prior knowledge uh, before that the course start. People are very new, and we will be teaching everything from scratch, every single thing from scratch. Okay, so don't worry about that. You can unmute yourself to expedite the process, guys. Awesome. And here, if you don't have any question, then we are having Dr. Shay Datta. Dr. Datta, are you there? Hold on. Okay. Um, yep. So I think, oh yeah, go ahead. Who is there? Safak, yes. Where can you find the information? Okay, I'm going to share with you right now. Hold on. Advait is there. Advait will be sharing with you guys even the promo code too if you would like to join. Hold on. I'm sharing quickly the detail. Okay, here. Uh,
Hi, Dr. Patel. Thank you very much for letting us know about this program.
mhm. And in the
And a lot of people are confused regarding the entire process of research, how it works, and um,
yep, and I put the link of the course in the chat box, so you guys can directly access the link. Go through the coursework, because coursework is having all this information of the course, as well as some of the sample lectures are also there. The schedule I also put it there. All the detail are there in the chat box. Please download that, because once the session will finish, the meeting and the data will disappear. So make sure copy and paste somewhere wherever you require to download. Okay.
Excuse me, I have a question, please.
Yes, Maham.
So my question is, I'm interested in the 2 months fast track program because I don't have any previous experience in research. So,
Mhm.
I was wondering. You said there will get one original study at the end.
Not at the end.
Uh,
While you are doing the course, if you see the coursework, every single week you'll be doing something with me and something you will be doing by yourself. So the publication is keep going on. So by the time you finish your course of 10 week, you will be having one publication ready to submit. Make sense?
okay, I see. Also, would it be of any help if we request a letter of recommendation from our research preceptor?
You can do that. The only problem will be that in the fast track program, the only person with whom you will be dealing will be me, who will be teaching you that, and all the activity will be on hands-on thing. Hands-on means by yourself in the Google Classroom as well as WhatsApp group and Google document. So anyone, whomever is your senior author or leading author, would not get direct one-to-one chance to evaluate your profile or anything. And usually I personally recommend to the student, even training program or fast track program, any program, I recommend student that rather than focusing on letter of recommendation, we will provide letter of recommendation from research update. But think about like that, being me providing letter of recommendation with the research update letterhead, um, and writing your skill, compared to that me being writing letter of or anyone writing letter of recommendation on Mount Sinai, Mayo, Cleveland, their letter of recommendation, which letter of recommendation will be more useful?
Yeah, the clinical one. I
Yes,
see your
so that's why
point. Yes.
I don't. So I tell students, write every single chunk of thing in US research experience section, publication section, membership section. Fill it up every single thing, even hobbies and interest. Our student writes something different than other students because there are two sections. One is hobby, one is interest. People are writing all nonsense long stories. It's a very brief thing which you can write and utilize that section very well and leave the footprint on the mind of the program director or anyone who's taking your interview or talking with you.
Yeah.
So rather than focusing on LOR, I feel focus on Google Scholar account. So if your
Okay.
Google Scholar is shining, I don't think you require a letter of recommendation from anyone, because
Yeah.
the Google Scholar will talk on behalf of you then.
Okay. Thank you. That answers my question. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So probably we can end the session. This is recorded session, so probably I'll make it available to you guys. Okay. Awesome.